Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop. Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop. Those 7 words taught an entire generation to not let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. And that's why this Friday I am breaking down Hey Arnold, Stoop Kid episode. The episode starts with the kids playing football, and of course Harold is bullying Arnold because Arnold don't know how to kick. But of course Arnold is like me, and the pressure fuels him, and he sends this football clear across town. But unfortunately, when the kids go and follow the football, it lands on Stoop Kid's stoop. And Harold and his nosy ass belly button are like, well, fun's over. We're not getting that football back. Y'all want to play something else? And of course, Arnold's naive ass is like, we could just go get it. And Gerald and them are like, let me break this down to you real quick. On one dark and stormy night, Stoop Kid was dropped off as an infant on that very stoop by his mother, who looked like Grendel's mom from Beowulf. The literature nerds, y'all know what I'm talking about? Some say that he was placed there by aliens. But Gerald goes on to say, everybody knows one thing he's not going to do is leave this stoop. He's become one with the stoop, indebted to it, if you will. And the second anyone tries to pass or approach the stoop, Stoop Kid transforms into this monstrous, aggressive creature. Now, as they're clapping and telling Gerald thank you for upkeeping the stories of their neighborhood as the orator he is, as a descendant of a black woman and the granddaughter of 2 black women, all I heard was, he don't trust y'all in the neighborhood, and he don't want y'all over there by his house, which sounds like boundaries to me, but okay, hey, he's a monster. But Arnold is like, you know what, it can't be that bad. So Arnold walks over to Stoop Kid. Now, as he approaches him, I realize that this character is drawn as if an asparagus asked to be a human. And that's when I say, okay, I agree with the kids. Maybe we need to leave the football there. Arnold asks, he says, go ahead and take it. Now, for my friends that did not grow up with older siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, elders that were of color, I want y'all to know that when somebody says go ahead and do it, it does not mean go ahead and do it. It means, bitch, try me. And then you say, no, I'm sorry, no problem. And you walk away. And this is when we learn that Gerald is a positive black influence on Arnold, because Arnold says, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave. But Arnold is determined to get this football. So he decides he's just gonna wait there until the boy leaves his stoop and go and get the football. Whole time, anybody that walks past this stoop, he is harassing them for just walking past. During Arnold's stakeout, this man does everything except go inside the house. And when Arnold wakes up from a nap, he realizes that this man has not left the stoop once. And he's like, does he just not leave? So Arnold says, we hit the stoop and ball all day. And girl, he goes and gets his ball and jets off because he's like, you know what? If he don't leave the stoop, he won't chase me down the street. And our friend was right, because he stays right on that stoop, threatening him from down the street. So Arnold and Gerald are like, girl, I know you're not threatening us when you can't even beat my ass in the middle of a street because you don't want to leave your porch. So Gerald goes and tells Harold, child, we think Stoop Kid afraid to leave his stoop. So now the kids are literally standing in front of this man's stoop like, come on down here. If you're not scared to leave your stoop, come on down here. They are running up to this man's stoop, touching it, running into the stoop and out of the stoop because they know he's not going to do anything. It's the worst bullying we've seen. And this is when the infamous chant, Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop.
Stoop Kid's afraid to leave his stoop.
Y'all, it got so bad that even the newspapers put it out. That night, Arnold is walking home with his groceries, and he hears audible open mouth sobs coming from Stoop Kid's stoop. So Arnold, who is the cause of this, by the way, let's not forget that, it's like, hey friend, what you crying for back there? Girl, you know why he crying? Why would he ask? You know why he crying, Arnold? Y'all, the human asparagus is devastated. He like, Arnold, you don't understand. I can't leave. And as y'all know, Arnold is nosy, so he like, all right, I'll help you. What we gotta do? So Arnold tries a few tactics. He tries to blindfold him, but the child has lived on this stoop his whole life, so he knows when the last step is and when the ground is. He even tries to lure him away with ice cream. And this is when Arnold realizes, oh, this is pathological. I'm like, this is when you realize it's pathological? This here? Speaking of that, can my psychology friends tell me what this was? What was this diagnosis? What the hell? Why wouldn't he leave? But what finally helps him is when Arnold is like, look, there's a whole world of stoops out there that you haven't seen because you refuse to leave this one. He shows this famous stoop that's in Italy, and he shows a picture of some Mayan ruins, which he calls ancient stoops. And Stoop Kid is like, all right, girl, I'll leave my stoop, but only because you told me that it's other stoops for me to visit out there. And the mailman overhears this, and he goes and starts to tell the entire neighborhood. And honey, I have never seen a messier neighborhood. Do y'all see the way these people showed up? There was there. And Stoop Kid is like, Arnold, I know the whole damn neighborhood was gonna be here. Arnold is like, remember the one book you can read? I think I can. You can. Just say it as you walk it down. And with the faith of a mustard seed probably developed from incest, he steps off of his stoop. And the neighborhood goes up on a Tuesday, but we not done. Because Arnold is like, okay, now you can go downtown. Now you can start to explore. He's like, no, I'm not leaving the stoop because I'm Stoop Kid. And actually, all you did was help me learn that I can bully people here and I can beat their ass on the street. So thank you so much. And this is exactly why I be saying Arnold needs to mind his business. Because now we have a bully on the streets. After Arnold learns what Stoop Kid's new intentions are, we realize that Harold has been on vacation, so he has no idea that Stoop Kid has now decided he can leave his stoop whenever he wants. And of course, Harold comes up and he's like, hey, Stoop Kid, you afraid to leave your stoop, huh? And Arnold is like, oh shit, he doesn't know. Baby, the way he threw this popsicle stick and Stoop Kid immediately went, come here, fat boy. First of all, whoa! The language in the 90s shows were crazy. He chases him down the street. And from this episode, 3 lessons were given on to us. Don't be afraid of leaving your environment. Sometimes minding your business keeps the neighborhood from getting their ass beat. And when you return from your PTO, always ask your office, girl, what I miss?